When you picture a kangaroo, you see the classic image, hopping, cute ears, grazing on grass.
Right, the iconic Australian animal.
But the research on this creature, Procopterdon Goliath, you just have to throw that entire image away.
You really do.
It feels like something from science fiction.
It does. I mean, we're talking about a kangaroo from the Pleistocene that stood over 2 meters tall.
Taller than most people.
And it didn't hop. It walked. This is the giant short-faced kangaroo, and it just completely upends what we think a kangaroo is.
And it's not just the size, though. 240 kilograms that's huge.
Oh, it's massive.
It's the whole anatomy. The sources describe its face as flat with forward-pointing eyes. It sounds more like a primate.
That's a perfect description. It's what we call a senurin, or a short-faced adaptation. Modern kangaroos need those long snouts for getting their heads down in the grass.
For grazing, right.
Exactly. But Procopterdon was a browser. It ate leaves from trees and shrubs.
So it needed that depth perception to navigate branches.
Precisely. It's a perfect case of form-following function. The face was shaped by what it ate.
And speaking of function, the forelimbs. The notes here called them grappling hooks.
Yeah, they were incredible. 2 extra-long middle fingers with these big recurved claws.
Wow.
So instead of eating off the ground, they just reach up, grab a high branch, and pull it down to eat.
And to chew through that tough stuff, the sources mention its teeth were surprisingly human-like.
They were brachyodont molars, basically massive grinding teeth, very similar to early hominids who also ate tough vegetation.
That's what's so wild. You have this marsupial with primate eyes and hominid teeth. But the movement, that's the biggest shocker.
It is.
A 240-kilogram animal trying to hop. The biomechanics just don't work.
The tendon stress would have been catastrophic. Their legs would have just snapped.
So it didn't hop.
No, it followed a completely different solution. Unguligrade bipedalism.
Which is basically a fancy way of saying it walked on hooves.
Pretty much. The diagrams show it had one single massive toe on each foot. It looked and functioned just like a horse's hoof.
So no little side toes for stability like modern kangaroos?
None. Just this solid, powerful foot built for striding across semi-arid plains. It's an amazing example of convergent evolution.
You've got a kangaroo that walks like a person on feet, built like a horse, all to be more efficient.
Right. It's all about optimization.
And speaking of optimizing for efficiency, that's exactly what our sponsor, Silk, does for businesses.
A very smooth transition.
Well, if you're looking to figure out where AI agents can make the biggest impact for your company, you really should check them out.
They're fantastic. Whether it's AI training, automation, or full software development, they know how to integrate those tools.
For sure. Check out embersilk.com to get your systems evolving.
So back to our walking giant.
Yes. Procopterdon. What happened to it? It vanished around 45,000 years ago, right?
That's the general timeline, yeah. And the fascinating part is that they were here when we were. They shared the continent with the first people.
So there's an overlap.
A significant one. And we even have indigenous oral traditions from New South Wales that describe these long-armed aggressive kangaroos.
Wow. So a cultural memory.
It seems like it. A memory of these giants that's been passed down for tens of thousands of years. It aligns so perfectly with the fossil record.
That's incredible. And we're not just guessing. The sources say we have perfectly preserved fossils from caves on the Nullarbor plain.
We do. We've even found hair and skin impressions. So we have a really vivid picture of what they were like.
It just paints this picture of a world that was so rich, so full of these amazing creatures.
It really was. And that's the best way to look at it. Just take a second and imagine you're walking through the Australian bush 40,000 years ago.
Okay.
And you see this 9-foot-tall creature walking, not hopping right toward you.
That would be something.
It's just a wonderful reminder that life is so much more creative and adaptable than we can even imagine.
I will definitely never look at a regular kangaroo the same way again. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to our feed, Intellectually Curious.
And hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.